Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to replace the front strut on this 2001 Ford Taurus, and the process is pretty much the same for any 96 to 07 Taurus. Tools you'll need are not all that uncommon: jack and jack stands, 10 to 18 millimeter wrenches, and 10 to 21 millimeter sockets with ratchets and extensions, and a large hammer. This is, once you know how to do it, it's not that difficult of a job. Does require some strength in spots. Probably not the everyday do-it-yourselfer job, but not that complicated nonetheless.
Well, I'll start by removing the wheel. If you have the benefit of air tools, that's great. If you don't have the benefit of air tools, what you want to do is first loosen your lug nuts while the wheel is still on the ground, then raise the car and take the lug nuts the rest of the way off.
Use penetrating oil to spray the upper stabilizer bolt, and then the large bolt that pinches the strut in the steering knuckle. All those soak. There's a 10 millimeter bolt right here that you can remove that holds the brake line bracket. We'll kind of speed through that. Then you pull that brake line bracket out, and then you slide the bracket that has the ABS sensor up and pull that clip off. The upper stabilizer bolt, you'll need an 18 millimeter wrench, and then you can see I've got a 10 millimeter wrench on there in case I need to hold that shaft still, and it turns out that this actually comes apart without even having to hold that in place. Okay. You can pull that link out, and then I'm just putting that bolt back on for safekeeping. And now the bolt that holds the lower end of the strut.
Okay, so it's an 18 millimeter wrench that I'm going to use to hold it. And this is a 21 millimeter.
Okay, so I'm just taking the bolt the rest of the way off by hand, and I actually accidentally drop it actually. Okay, and then a small hammer or a hammer, and just drive that bolt out. You have to drive it all the way out to that bolt actually does hold on to the strut, and once you get it out you can usually pull it out right by hand. And then you need a good size hammer, and you just hit the top of the steering knuckle, and if you look real close you can basically see the disc sliding down off of the strut. And we'll speed it up a little bit here. Okay, until you can then separate the steering knuckle and the strut.
Remove these three 13 millimeter bolts. Another one under here.
Pull the strut down, pull the top out, and just got to make sure stuff tries to get caught on it. The stabilizer and the wires try and get caught. Okay, so here, left side is the old strut, new strut from 1A Auto. You can see the one from 1A Auto is all the same. The spring is already part of it, so you don't have to worry about it compressing a spring. The new strut just goes right in. The old strut's actually in fine shape on this car, so I am going to reinstall that. Just want to show you that the new strut from 1A Auto is going to bolt right in. So we'll get to putting it back in here.
So you want the flat part of this plate towards the outside of the car, and obviously you want all these brackets towards the inside of the car. Feed it down kind of into the wiring a little bit. Get it up and in. Just kind of gotta move this stuff out of the way a little bit. Feed it in front of the axle. have it there. You're going to want to grab hold of it and lift it up. Get all 3 bolts started. I torque these to 35 foot-pounds each. Okay, now you want to pull these, your brake line and your ABS sensor wire. Basically push your suspension down and pull your strut right over. So it's in. Make sure your bracket is going down into the slot in the steering knuckle here. Okay. And then push it down. And just again make sure that that gets lined up with that slot.
As long as you have that bracket lined up into the slot in the steering knuckle, you start jacking it up and it goes together.
It goes right on. And you want to keep lifting, put this bolt in, and once that bolt goes through, you're all set.
Okay, and now here I'm going to put the nut on the other side of that, and that bolt you want to tighten up to 100 foot-pounds of torque.
Before you let the tension back off, make sure you get this on the back side of the strut. Put your sway bar link back in. Put this clip back on. Just be careful with your fingers. Then you slide this down, over, and then on the back side, this little tab goes right through the hole in this clip in the strut and holds everything together, and then the bolt to bolt it together.
Okay, and we'll fast forward through tightening that up. There's no specific torque, just make that bolt tight. Okay, and here we'll use a little tapping of the hammer. Doesn't usually take much to get that stabilizer link through the strut. Then put the bolt on, and then use your 18mm wrench and possibly your 10mm and get that link nice and tight. Again, no specific torque specification, just get it good and tight.
Okay, just going to tighten up a little bit with the impact wrench. With the tire on the ground, you want to tighten up the lug nuts anywhere from 75 to 100 foot-pounds. Okay, and use a star pattern. So 1, 2, cross, cross, cross.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.